Yeah, what's good, bro? How's all?
Good. All is good. Life is good.
Yeah, I kind of feel that life is good. Life is good. You're in the gym.
Yeah, of course.
You're working out.
Yeah.
You're doing what you love. You're doing what you do best.
Of course, bro.
So, George, man, tell me about your, you, man. I always see you in the gym pumping, always doing hard pain and hard graft. Tell me about yourself, man. How you got in the gym, this lifestyle that you live.
I mean, to be fair, when it first all started, I never thought that gym would be for me. To be honest with you, going back the years, let's say about 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I used to weigh at like 106.5 kg. Not muscle, it was all fat, overweight. Yeah, man, like I remember the days where I used to get invited out. I didn't bother going out. I didn't want to go out. No confidence, no self-esteem. There were times in uni, all flatmates would go out. There were times where I didn't really bother going out. It wasn't for me because at the time I just felt like, if I go wear this or this isn't fitting me, or my jeans wouldn't fit me. Sometimes it'd be too tight. And yeah, I used to always like cover myself. Like it'd never be a t-shirt, it'd be like a hoodie on top, or like a jacket, or a shirt over the t-shirt, just to kind of hide the belly and stuff like that. And yeah, man, I remember in the second year of uni, I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what clicked into my head. I was with my mate, my cousin actually. He measured my waist. It was 38, and I was like, this ain't right, man. This just isn't right. I mean, it was tough. Like before I get onto how it all kind of transformed. Like, not only them not going out, obviously there were times where family issues, and obviously the stress of uni, work. There were times where I thought like this is hard, man. Like I can't really take any of this anymore. Suicidal thoughts. Yeah, I tried committing suicide like 7 times.
Oh man! Wow.
Yeah. I just thought like things weren't going my way, Tough, really tough. Like my mum, dad, everyone, like family said like they don't know how I've done it. Like come out of uni with a degree. Yeah, man, it was really dark days. Depression, super low confidence. And at that time, like I had signed up to the gym, but I'd only go like once or twice a week, and it was just like cardio, just to make myself feel a little better. I've done a bit of cardio and that's it. Didn't know nothing about nutrition, food, the sleep, water intake, all the little factors that build up to making you.
Yeah,
you.
exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll take you back to my second year of uni in Bournemouth. I was in my bedroom, I measured my waist, it was 38. As I said, it just wasn't right. Something clicked that day. I don't know what it was. And so basically I put an alarm. I put an alarm for every day. I put an alarm at 8 a.m. and at 8:10 a.m. The alarm said you're fat, and that kind of pushed me to be like, do something about it. So I used to go, I went gym in the morning, I done HIIT cardio, fasted. After 2-3 weeks, back to normality, same kind of mindset. You go back to your eating junk food, playing video games. In uni, I love playing FIFA. Like I used to play Ultimate Team, weekend league, just like killing out my hours on that. No social life. And yeah, you don't realize like sometimes like how you think, because I'm playing FIFA, I'm enjoying the moment. It's not like saying, oh, do you want to go out and stuff. Whenever that question used to come, I used to be very iffy. Like, nah. Why? Because I wasn't confident. I didn't want to get out of the house that much. Yeah, I went out, but it's not the same. Like
Yeah.
people around me, they all, let's say they weren't as overweight as me, and I used to always compare myself to others, and that used to give negative thoughts, and the more you think, the more problems it creates. It's not right for your health, you know? And so I went 2-3 weeks gym, then I went back to normality, and it was that in out kind of thing. Me eating healthy, I thought, you know, eating chicken, salad and whatnot, cut out carbs straight away, all that rookie stuff.
Proper keto stuff, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what everyone used to think.
Yeah.
That's what I used to think as well.
Yeah.
I didn't know about food as much. I didn't know about my body. I didn't know nothing. So obviously after doing, you know, the cardio, the weights, there was a period where I just stopped. I was like, you know what, I don't think gym's for me. I've tried it. I lost like 2-3 kg in like 2-3 weeks, and then after that put on the weight again. Easy as that. Then I tried again, and this time I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give it one more go, and it's just gonna be make or break. Like I was losing it at this stage. I didn't know what to do, so I went. I done what I had to do. This time I actually had a plan. This time I was like, you know what, day 1 I'm gonna do chest day, day 2 back, shoulders, etc. I had it all written down, everything. Then I started seeing myself getting stronger, and then I was like, okay, I may not look the part right now. I know I've got a long way to go, but like small positive things started like kicking into my head, you know. And I was like, wait, I'm getting stronger. This feels good. And then there's people around me telling me, oh yeah, you're doing well. Obviously there's people correcting me in form. I was still learning. At times I'd get annoyed when someone used to tell me, oh, you're not doing it right or whatever, but there comes a time where you start to see what they look like, and they're like, oh wait, they're telling me how to do it, and they look like that. So I'm like, okay, so let me jump on that bandwagon, let me listen for once, you know? Because it's very easy for the ego to kind of kick in, and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to lift this, bang, do you know what I mean? I started seeing differences in lifting weights. Like at first I hated it. I used to like cardio a lot, then it switched. So me lifting weights, doing it, then I started doing a bit of research into food, and that wasn't something that I'd done before. I started looking into like good foods to eat. Obviously everyone's first thing they think of is chicken straight away, but you don't realise that there are other things as well. You've got fish, you've got steak, everything else. The main thing is your diet. What you do in the kitchen is essentially what's going to transform your body, and then there's little factors after that. So I started doing a bit of research into, you know, calories and stuff like that. I didn't know what my maintenance calories was. Doing research, looking into foods that I'm going to enjoy, you know. So I made that plan. I started sleeping right as well, because I was playing video games before, and I used to sleep like 3-4 hours, wake up and oh wait, hey, let's just play video games again. That will kind of stop slowly. I started seeing differences. I used to weigh myself every like 2-3 days, and I've got the receipts of how I transformed from 106.5 to what I'm about to tell you. Yeah man, I was 106.5. I dropped down, how you see me now, 75 kg. That's 30 or 31 kg of fat gone, I don't know where, but it's gone. Did I ever think this day would come? No.
I think it's just due to consistency and the mindset, you know?
Yeah, and the one big word that's kind of like I've stuck into my head, and the one word that is going to get you where it gets you is discipline. Whether you like hearing that word or not.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, like motivation is temporary, but discipline is something permanent. Like if you have that, then you know you've got the will to do anything. And that's just not for gym related as well. That goes for your future job aspirations, anything you care to do, anything extra outside of work. If you put your mind to it, you'll do it for sure. There's nothing stopping you out there. Nothing's impossible in life. There's always a way around things, you know. So that's the kind of approach I started to took. You know, because like I used to always see it as this. Yeah, there was a time where I used to go into the gym and I was overweight, but then I used to see people who were still bigger than me, and I thought, do you know what? They've got, like, with all due respect, they've got. If I know they're probably going to try to lose weight, but they've got a longer journey to make than I do. So I'm like, oh look, I've got a little shortcut. That's how I used to see it sometimes. I'm like, okay, I'm not too far then. I'm not too far where I want to be. So even small things like that, just feeling, just like talking to yourself and just like putting positive things in your mind can make little changes into your habits. And you know, as I said, doing the research, getting the right sleep, were big factors to the whole diet loss. Food prepared week in, week out, and just enjoying the ride, you know, like just taking it easy. Like at first, obviously, I really wanted to lose the weight really quick and just cut down super quick, but then you start to learn things, you talk to people in the gym, there's time you socialise when you're off your set, and then you learn things, and then you kind of adapt it to your plan, and then small things that will change. Sometimes your routine will change every 3-4 weeks, or depending on how it's going, you know. And then so I went from 106 to 86. Then from 86 is where I stalled a lot. Before I went to 75, 86 was my weight for a good year and a half, where I thought I looked good, I looked alright. You don't actually realise how much fat you got until you lose it.
I can testify.
Yeah. I mean, at that time, I could wear a t-shirt and I'd feel as if I look alright, whatever, but would I want to take my top off? That question I didn't really ask myself much, because I saw the weighing scale when you say 106.5, and now I see 86, and obviously my body had changed at the time. And I was like, yeah, I look alright now, man. I look good. And who do you do it for? People used to say, like, all this weight loss, what are you doing it for? I was like, for me. I'm not doing it for show. That just comes with it on the side. I'm doing it for me. And you gotta have that self-love. If you don't love yourself, then who's gonna love you? Yeah, man. I mean, lockdown, when that came, COVID, from 86, I went up to 91. And that's not long ago. So it just goes to show that how you see me right now is not how it's always been. Went to 91 kg, first lockdown. Back to video games, all the bad habits. And then that's where I was like, okay, I've done this before and I'm going to do it again. Got the plan again, everything. I'm going to give a shout out to an online coach, T-Man Fit, Tamam, went to my school. I wasn't looking for a coach at the time. However, he just DM'd me, he was like, yo, how's things going? Told him my scenario, whatever, and then I went on a little journey. I was like, you know what, let me just give it a go. Let me just see what it's like to have an online coach. So I had it for 4 months, just 4 months. And I saw a difference. Obviously, I was at 86 kg. After the second lockdown, I was at 76. That's in 4 months. And my mindset fully changed. That's when I knew gym, fitness, all of this is for me, you know. So yeah, I'd like to thank Tamam for that part of the journey, but also I wouldn't have done it if it weren't for me. I'm the one who had to put in the hours in the gym. I'm the one who had to put in the right amount of sleep. I'm the one who had to put in the 3 to 4 litres of water in my body. I'm the one who had to get my habits right. I'm the one who had to make sacrifices when it was needed to get the results. It's a lot of hard work, but I enjoyed it. It wasn't forced. It was something that I enjoyed, you know. And enjoying something is what's gonna keep you going for however long it needs to go for. If it's forced, then it's temporary. That's the same way I see motivation. You can be motivated for stuff, but eventually motivation isn't always there. But discipline is. If you're disciplined, then you'll go to where you need to go to. You'll go to where your mind tells you. Your body will transform the way it's supposed to. So yeah, consistency is so big, and for those who are on a, let's say, bad situation right now, for those who feel as though they've got a bit of fat on them, who aren't confident enough in their bodies or overweight, then you just got to try, you know. You just got to have a plan. You've got to take out the negative thoughts. Just take it out. You don't need it.
I think the plan is very important. The goal,
100%.
Because once you don't have a goal, sometimes it's like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
You know, you're just in the air.
Yeah,
you're just up in the
100%.
air. So the goal, like what you're saying, is completely, absolutely imperative to have.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Having a plan is big because number one, you're gonna know what to do when you wake up, before gym, after gym. Your habits are so much better, and at the same time, you can make plans between social activities as well. For example, I know I'm gonna go out Friday night with my mates or Saturday night with my mates. I might eat. Yeah, it might sound crazy to some people, but I might eat a little less calories to save my calories for that social. If I know I'm gonna have a burger or so, that way, no, I don't feel bad after I eat. I've still eaten what I needed to eat within my macros. I'm good, you know. I mean, some people, they think calorie counting and macros is like crazy and whatnot. Some people don't. It's just how you interpret it, to be honest. But that again all comes down to discipline and how bad you want it. If you want it that bad, you're gonna go out of your own way and do everything you need to do to get your body in the right shape. Another thing I'm gonna touch upon is failure, and I've touched upon this before. Failing is a good thing. Failing is part of success, you know. Put a post out recently which said the person who got knocked down and got back up is stronger than the person who never fell. Why? Because that person's been through some sort of negative point in their life, you know, and they know how to kind of counteract that issue next time. So let's say you've fallen down 5-6 times to different kind of scenarios. At least you know how you can bounce back, and you know that bouncing back is possible. So never be afraid to fail. Whether it's with a certain weight, whether it's your exams in school or uni or whatever you're doing, whether it's something you feel is out of your comfort zone, it's good to fail. It shows you got guts. You can take the risk. Yeah, alright, it might not pay off sometimes, but more time is going to pay off and people are going to look up to you. And yeah, the whole everything. Gym is gym now for me. I mean, gym's my life. It's my second home. I didn't think I'd be saying that after all these years. But when I'm here, it's like you're just completely zoned out, earphones in, you're doing your reps, your sets, your workout, everything's going well. And you know, it's all part of the lifestyle. Some people it's not a lifestyle, some people it is, but at the end of the day, it's down to how you want to make it. Are you going to be the guy who turns up in the gym and just does it for the sake of it? Number one, that's still a good thing, you're here. Do you know what I mean? How you can do better is by creating a goal, a plan. I don't want to look like this, I want to look like him or her or whatever. How am I going to do that? That's going to take additional research. What works well for your body, what foods you like to eat, changing your habits, how can you get better sleep, you know. And another thing is, like I said, don't be afraid to fail. In order to kind of build muscle and stuff like that, progressive overload is big. You're going to need to either incrementally load up your reps from time to time, or push up the weight by a bit. That way you're going to increase muscle mass. And a lot of people don't really think like that. They just go with the flow and be like, oh, I've gone gym, I look better today or whatever, and all these little gimmicks like, oh, I look better now or whatever. But things take time. Things take time.
It sure does. It sure does. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate you coming out here, and may all the success come to you, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you for your time.
Cheers.